So let's dive into the board and just kind of like go through any issues that are in here. Just a quick update for everyone. We're going to be announcing Regen Farms tomorrow. So Regen Farms is like other DAOs adding like farming opportunities, and we're going to go live with like the Fox Honey Pool. So we're going to announce it and share the blog post tomorrow. So the blog is done and the documentation. Thanks to Mitch and Suga for copy editing. I need to kind of put that on the doc. So once I finish edits on that, maybe I can pass that to you, Jay, and you can put it in our docs.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So I'll just take you on the issue, but it would be amazing if we could have it done like before tomorrow morning. So like by the end.
I'll work on it today. As soon as the editing is done, I'll get started on.
Awesome. Great. Okay. Cool. So March newsletter is about to go out. Ahmad, you don't need anything else on that, right?
No, I'm good to go. It was just about the Angel Vault announcement, but besides that, yeah, we're good.
Cool. Okay, the terms and conditions, I think this is done now, right? Yeah. So this one's already ready to go up into the docs. Jay, I think you were waiting on an okay, but it is ready.
Okay.
And check in with Mitch on like where the best place to put it is. I mean, it's not to replace the current terms and conditions. It's like a separate thing because this is like terms and conditions for using conviction voting in the garden. So honestly, it might make sense to put it like in Give Economy under the Give Garden. So it could be like in here, Give Economy, and then like Give Garden, and then we could put like terms and conditions for using the Give Garden under here.
Okay, I'll ask Mitch about it and I'll upload the document.
Sounds good. Cool. Listing and marketing inquiries. Does anyone have any comments on this? I think so I'm going to go through the issues on the board, and if I don't really have anything to say about them, I'll just kind of like be like, eh? And so jump in if there's questions that you have on a particular issue that are in there. So you got marketing plan working doc, email donors and project owners about the Giveth matching pool. Any questions on this?
No, I still haven't completed yet.
Okay. Blog post, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Giveth Galaxy. Do you need any support with that, Suga? No? Okay.
Actually, I had a really great sync today with Lansky, and I think I'll probably have that. Yeah, sorry it's taking so long. It's just a lot to piece together on my end, but I'll probably be asking Griff again for some more info after I integrate all the Lansky info. But so far, no, it's going fine.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, no worries. I mean, it's a complicated piece, and it's not like a rush to get out, but it would be like, it's awesome to do it well. Let's like do it well rather than do it fast. So thank you for
cool. Thanks.
I think these are, this is like for Shell and Mitch, who's working on these. Cool. You need three content update in the docs. Okay, cool. This one I think will be ready to go into the docs as well pretty soon. This is going to be an update to Give Farm. So actually, I'll probably just be able to do that. Kotabi was asking me for feedback on it, so I will provide feedback and I'll just do that. I didn't get a chance to look at this yet. Cool. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Okay, so I'm just going to move that to review QA. Comms onboarding guide. I know you had some questions on this, Jay. Did you want to ask away?
Yeah, I just have one question. Hold on. Let me open up the doc on mine. Just 1 minute. Yeah, you have specified a format that I should follow, so I'm okay with that. Can you just tell me, like, what should I add in comms working group intro? Like, this is what I wanted to ask.
Comms working group intro. I mean, I would just say something like, the Giveth comms working group helps to, like, you could even take a look at the job description for the comms lead, but, or like, I think that there's something to do with it in the circles in the docs, or maybe not, but basically just kind of like explain that we work on like outward facing comms and internal comms, like communicating between working groups, making sure that our message is reaching and going out. But I feel like there must be something, community communications guide. No. Here, circles, community. I mean, you could kind of be like, I think you could say that the communications working group is a subset of the community circle, and then you could like link to this in the docs, and then just kind of like summarize some of these things as they apply to comms. So it's kind of like coordinate external and internal communication.
But this will already go into community circle intro.
Yeah, so this is already in the doc, so you don't need to explain, you don't need to copy it or say the same thing again. But what you can say is that the communications working group is a subset of the community circle, and like our main functionality is kind of like coordinating external and internal communications, and then like pull out whatever very relevant to comms parts are in there. But it's just like 1 or 2 sentences, kind of like an intro. Yeah. Do you have any other questions?
Of everything else.
Do you have any more questions? I couldn't really hear you.
No, I'm saying that's fine. I mean, apart from that, I am already working on the doc and I have made some changes as well. So I will let you know once it's done.
Awesome. Thank you. Cool. Oh, Ahmad, I just made this issue up a little while ago. This is like a soundbite for the talk I gave in Mexico. It would be in Spanish, but Elizabeth did a great job of writing out like everything that I would say. So it would be really cool to have a little sound from this one, just like to kind of reach the Spanish-speaking audience.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll just need her to double check it, of course, once I do it, just to make sure that it looks good. Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, when you're done, I guess just tag Elizabeth and then she can review it, and you can tag me as well. Yeah, there's no rush on this really, like, so it doesn't have to be high priority, but you know, it would be cool soon, and then I'll feed it.
As well. Ahmad, you can tag me as well.
Oh, nice. Great. Okay, cool. Autopilot. Any updates or questions on investigating the autopilot?
I think we don't have access to it.
No, I have access to it. So with autopilot, there's basically like 3 use cases that I found that we're currently using it for, and I looked into 2 of them, but the third one I need to wait for Ashley to come back, since some of the triggers are from Segment. Like for example, whenever someone like deactivates a project, for example, that takes it like a tag from Segment, and then it imports that tag into autopilot, then an email is sent. So I kind of need to talk to Ashley about that when she's back, to basically figure out how that's happening at the moment, and then figure out, you know, is autopilot still the best solution for that, or should we explore something else?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it would be really important to have Ashley's feedback when she's back, and then like maybe also, I don't know, I think like Jay's been doing a lot with the docs, and maybe we should have somebody else on the autopilot, just to have a little bit more like diversification. So there's a lot of like people who are just jumping into comms here. If anybody's interested in getting really involved with the emailing system, that's like kind of something that would be, yeah, it requires some maintenance, and it could use a whole makeover, and it could be a big project. So if you feel like taking on a big project jump in on this issue, or you could say something now. No pressure.
I want to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Think about it.
I mean, basically, like to give you context into what it is. So basically, it's an email service that we use that also has like things that like basically make emails be sent, and it integrates with third-party systems and the website. So, for example, if like someone adds a project, then that triggers an email being sent. If they take out a project, that triggers an email. So there's a bunch of these workflows that are happening in the background in Autopilot. So it basically needs someone just to be on top of all those to make sure that we're doing them properly, and also, yeah, like just to audit them and see how we can improve on them. Because some of them are fairly complex. Like some of the workflows have like 5 or 6 stages, and sometimes emails are sent at the wrong stage, or they're sent to someone that they shouldn't like go out to in the first place. So the idea basically is we need someone to look at it in a deeper way and basically help us out. So if anyone has any experience with the emails or, you know, like website triggers, then that could be a nice project to take on.
I do have experience writing email sequences, but I don't have experience with Autopilot.
I'm adding a couple of issues. So I just made it into an epic because when I was testing the DApp last week, I got a lot of weird emails, like at weird times, and I noticed like some weird linky things. So I'll just put them as like issues in this epic. So I mean, I don't think they're like super urgent, but just like, you know, my project, I made a test project called "This Project is a Test," and then someone reviewed it and said it should be unlisted, and then I got an email saying like, take your project to the next level, apply for verification. And I think that's like a really weird journey. If my project's not even good to get listed, why should I apply for, you know? So that doesn't make sense. And I don't know, there was just like another one, like a link is wrong, and these little things, like I think like just having someone be like our autopilot master is it would be really, really necessary, because then it's like one of these email issues come up and it's like we know exactly who can and will like hack it. So cool. Okay.
I mean, also, if anyone is willing to learn, also I can walk you through it together. So like you don't have to be an email expert now, but if you're willing to learn, then yeah, like just let me know.
Hey, did we ever end up doing this, Ahmad? Connecting the platforms? Oh yeah, you did. It's posting to Facebook.
Yeah, so the issue with this one, I mean, it's not much. It's like maybe $10 a month. I mean, we could subscribe to it. It's fine. But I just wanted to double check if you're fine with that.
I mean, it seems fine, but I don't know, how much value does it add? I don't really know. Like, I don't care about Facebook or LinkedIn at all, so it's like hard for me to be like, is it worth investing any money in that? But I don't know. Does anyone have an opinion on that? Like, do you think having more engagement or more activity on our Facebooks, or like cross-posting from Twitter to Facebook and to LinkedIn, will it add a lot of value?
I mean, I think it doesn't hurt, but again, it's not a super valuable thing, I don't think. It's more just like a nice thing to have, I guess.
Cool. Let's just leave it on Facebook for now, and we could revisit later instead of like subscribing, I think, or setting up another. I mean, we could set up another account.
Yeah, I mean, if you just give me access on LastPass, I could make another one.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So I'm gonna just maybe assign myself to this too. So. Okay. Tweet thread explaining how we donated the ETH from Rainbow Rolls. Yeah. So Elizabeth, I knew you were taking this out. I've added a bunch of information in there that you could put in the tweet thread. Do you have any questions on this, or did you take a chance to look at it?
Yeah, I took a look at it, and I was just gonna ask, what do you meant by forum post in the yeah, perhaps link to our forum post. What do you mean by that?
So when we were, basically we got this donation from Rainbow Rolls, and then it was like, what are we gonna do with it? So then Mitch made a forum post, what to do with the ETH from Rainbow Rolls. And then we talked about it. I don't really know if it would be nice to add in the tweet, because it's sort of like funny. We're like, had a lot of just like random ideas in there. So like, I don't know, use your discretion, but like definitely check out this forum post when you're writing it, so that it'll give you context of kind of like what we decided on doing. Yeah, but I think like I kind of outlined the main key messages in there. It's kind of like, I would shill Rainbow Rolls and be like, they were awesome. They donated this to us. We put part of it into like retroactive development funding, and then like part of it we donated to these awesome projects, and then I would like share maybe the projects. It just went out maybe mid last week, so yeah, it would be good to share perhaps like within the next week. But yeah, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Okay, Forrest isn't here. Walkthrough the Give Economy video. Email blog post to add your project, invite to add your project to Giveth. Promote course to the community. Okay, this is the stuff that we're not at yet. Okay, cool. Let's see. Are there any new issues? Add link to the covenant add link in covenant to terms and conditions. This is yeah. So once our the terms and conditions goes live, that was the other issue. I think I linked to it. 575. We actually need to pass a DAO vote in the garden in order to update our covenant with a link to it. So this issue is up for grabs for somebody who wants to get a little more familiar with how the garden works and like putting a proposal for DAO voting. I mean, it might be complicated, and Mitch might be the best person, but also open to kind of like having somebody else take it on. Okay. Oh, this is like another weird thing. Yeah. I think actually, so I made a test project, like a draft project, and then it sent me like your project launched email. So I don't know if this is like an issue from the dev side, but this is kind of related to that autopilot cleaning epic. Like our autopilot is kind of crazy. So I'll just add it to that epic.
Yeah, I made a comment on that one. That was the one that I was telling you where it takes from segment. So it has to do with the segment trigger, which probably is not configured correctly, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And it might, yeah, it might be also that when somebody saves a draft, it's like sending the trigger to segment that the project was created. So I think it also might be like just from the DApp side. And I know that they were working on it, but I'll just leave it in the epic. And then like when Ashley comes back and when the devs fix all this chaos that happened with the draft issues, then we can kind of test it to make sure that it's working properly. So the Angel Vault, yeah. So the Angel Vault thing, I kind of mentioned it when I was telling Ahmad to remove this section from the Angel Vault. But yeah, I think we're gonna, instead of like last week we were talking about, and actually up till today in the Give Economy call, we were talking about doing a fundraiser kind of thing, basically selling Give tokens at a discount, and then people will be able, like they'll put stable tokens in to like our fundraising DAO, and then when we launch the Angel Vault, they get Give tokens at a discount, and so they'd be able to like sell into the buy wall and make a profit or whatever. But because we need the stables to kickstart the Angel Vault, but it's like not ideal for a couple of reasons. One is that like there's weird legal implications to like selling your tokens. There's some kind of chaos around like saying that you're selling tokens or selling tokens at a discount. And then the other thing is that like we would be selling tokens to people who are trying to profit off of the tokens, which also isn't like the best. So we're talking about setting up something called a RARI pool, where we put in Give as collateral, and then we take out a loan of stable tokens, and then we use that to create our buy wall, and then we pay back the loan based on like the profits we make from having the Angel Vault. So all of this, like I made an epic for Angel Vault fundraising, and I was like, we need to reach out to these people. We were going to try to start it this week, and there was a forum post about it, but I think we actually might not do it if we are able to set up the RARI pool. So that's just kind of like FYI, and that covers those issues. And then SEO. Is there anything that we need to discuss?
Newsletter?
I would say Giveth is going to set up or planning to set up an Angel Vault, or like we're setting up an Angel Vault is in the works. This will create a huge buy wall to prevent downward sell pressure of the downward market pressure of Give, and then just link to the forum post that Grace put up. It's called Giveth Ichi Angel Vault something. Yeah, exactly. And I'll just send you the link to the forum post. I just DM'd it to you. Cool. Nice. Anything on these, like there's a bunch of these issues for the search engine optimization, add subdomain for Medium, create one article to rank for. I mean, the one article to rank for I think is super good. Are there any updates on this, or any questions or anything to discuss?
I think about the one article, I was told like Suga is creating it because I shared the keywords with her.
Yeah, cool. Nice. I think she probably included them in the East Denver article already, or is this she's going to include them in the next article?
I guess I can do both. I think that I did make an effort in East Denver to include, but yeah, definitely for the.
Cool. Nice. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Great. Guidelines for project pages. Create guidelines for project pages. And is this like to add the SEO, like the keywords to somewhere else on the app?
Yeah.
This is about that. Yeah, you can explain.
Yeah, it's similar to the other one, Lauren, that you commented on. That's in the V2 repository, where it's basically figuring out what keywords we need to put on the page. I mean, but this could also be. I mean, like this could be more complicated. But I think like just to close this as an issue, like we should probably just merge it with the other one that's on V2 for now. So I mean, you could close it since we're already discussing it somewhere else.
Right. Cool. Okay, that sounds good.
One more thing though is there's one which is add the subdomain onto Medium. So that one, it doesn't really need us to do much except go into Medium and change the settings there, and then from our DNS basically just add our, like a subdomain on the DNS domain level if we want to do it. So we could, for example, just have blog.giveth.io if we want to go that route. And it just needs us to update settings in Medium and on the DNS server.
Oh, okay, cool. So this sounds like a DevOps issue, right? I mean, I could update it in the Medium. Cool. Cool. And then so like instead of medium.com/giveth/the article, it would be like blog.giveth.io/the article.
Exactly. Yeah.
Would our previous links reroute to the same articles, like ones we shared before?
They should, yeah. So, we can double check that, but from what I've read, they automatically set up a 301 redirect, so they redirect to the new version. But, I can double check that. I can talk to their support just to make sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So if you can double check with their support, and then if we want to do it, you can just assign it to me, and I will change it in the settings in Medium, and then if we need to update anything, like you were saying, we need to update our DNS. I don't really know what that means, but I think Kai would be the person to tag to get to do that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so
Yeah, so basically, yeah, so step 1 is I'll check. Step 2 is if we confirm it's fine, then we hand it off to the DevOps team, and then they'll add a subdomain on our domain and point it to Medium. And then third step is just go into Medium and change the settings there.
cool. Sounds good. That sounds great. So down. I'll just move this into in progress. I'll set myself. And then we have a lot of new DevOps people, so I think that'll be pretty easy to get done. Cool. I guess I can also close this issue about creating an article, because it's like we're gonna add the keywords in. Or should I leave this open?
I do have the keywords with me. I can just directly send it to Sugar if you want.
Maybe? Yeah, for sure. But they're
Okay.
also in the issue. Even if I close the issue, they don't disappear. Okay, cool. Well, so I guess I just close it then. But we should keep the keywords in there. And then optimize 10 pages.
Yeah, I have started working on it. I will update this issue in a couple of days. So it will be done in a couple of days maximum.
Okay.
Also, Lauren, something else that I noticed was if you Google Giveth, there's a highly ranked page that we haven't updated for a very long time. It's the Giveth Galaxy page.
No.
So I mean, I think we need to eventually change it. There's a way to see what the most popular pages are. If you write site : into Google, if you write start with site : and then giveth.io. So that tells you basically what are the top pages that are ranked by popularity. So right now, for example, this is one of the most popular pages, and we're not updating it. So I think we should figure something out about that.
Yeah, okay. Should we take down Giveth Galaxy page? The top ranked site in Google for Giveth.io in Google. Does that make sense? I'll just leave it like that and ask Kai. Kai's been around a long time and he's our DevOps person, and I bet he knows magic on what to do with that. Cool. Okay. Nice. I think that's kind of cool. That's honestly everything that's on the board. There's not too much more here. Is there any other issues or any other pieces that anyone wanted to discuss, or somebody's looking for work and doesn't have work and wants to take something on?
I've got a question, if I can ask.
Yeah.
So I'll be in LA in 2 weeks, and I'll have some FaceTime with a pretty big nonprofit called Water for People. I don't think they're currently doing crypto donations, but I want to take the FaceTime opportunity to talk to them about it. who would be the best person I can get with to get me trained on how we onboard new projects?
Well, making a new project, I mean, I'm not sure who's the best person to talk. Making a new project on Giveth is really easy. Like, you just go to giveth.io/create, and then it's like using Web2. And like, even to create a wallet, you just can sign in with Google or Facebook or whatever, and it creates an ETH address, which is associated with that login. And then so it's like, if somebody's like totally new to crypto, they can create a Taurus wallet and then create a project, and it only really takes like a few minutes. Yeah, and then from there, they can apply to get verified, and then their donors can get givebacks. I don't know. You want to get kind of like the rundown of how things work so that you can explain it to them clearly?
Yeah, I think my ideal scenario is I show them how to do it in like 5 minutes, and
Cool.
They're like, "Oh, that's really cool. We're gonna start using that."
I mean, if we don't have anything else to cover in this call, we could just take the last, we could take 10 minutes right now, and I could explain to you how everything works.
I would like that to see that too.
Cool.
I guess just before that, I just have one question about the content calendar. Just in terms of like us updating it, I mean, do we think that it's currently in the best format? And if so, like, I guess should we start updating it?
Yeah, we probably should start updating it. I think it's a good idea. Let's see. Yeah, I think this makes sense. So, yeah, I can put the things like so the content calendar issue is like content in there, and then if you're working on an issue, maybe you could just like add it to the content calendar. Like if you're working on a blog post or a tweet thread or something, if you don't really know when it should be published, you don't have to put anything in there. But yeah, I think like just an idea of what it is would be really useful. So everybody who has issues that they're responsible for can add them into the content calendar, and yeah, and then I'll try to put like important dates in there as well as to like when we're launching different products and stuff. The last few weeks were a bit crazy. We had a lot of dates, and now it's kind of like, I'm like, oh yeah, now it's like things are a little calmer for a second. We're launching Regen Farms tomorrow, and then after that, I think we have a little bit of a lull of launches. Cool. Awesome. Anything else before we go into create project stuff? Cool. Okay, well, thanks everyone for coming. If you don't want to stick around for this, feel free to go. If you want to stick around, feel free to stay. But I'll just hang out with Chad and Dan and talk about how to create a project and things. Cool. Well, thanks.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks, Huda. Cool. Okay. So, Chad, just to jump into it. Yeah, so I will well, I have to disconnect my wallet, or I have to sign out. Do you know if this nonprofit has like any crypto savviness?
Let's assume no.
Say no. Okay, cool. That's cool. Yeah. Then oh, well, let me sign out. Change wallet. Cool. So the easiest way for like somebody who has no idea anything about crypto to get started on Giveth is by creating a Taurus wallet. So you really just it like basically when you want to sign in with Taurus, it sends you to like this page, and you basically just click like Google, Facebook, Twitter, or like whatever you want to create a wallet address with, and then you can just like literally sign in the same way that you're signing in with a Web 2 system. But like the really cool thing is that it creates an Ethereum address for you, and then you can connect to that Ethereum address by using the same login. I mean, it's not ideal, and actually we just wrote we have like some stuff in our docs. Oh, I guess you can't see the extra pop-up. And there's another pop-up that's like signing me in. Oh, did you see the Taurus wallet pop-up actually?
No.
Oh.
I think the Taurus, I think I saw it. I mean, I saw that you joined. You choose Twitter.
Okay, yeah, cool. That's good. That's good. So that's all I did. I chose Twitter. And now I have an Ethereum wallet address that I have like no money in it, but I'm connected to mainnet, and that's it. So like, you have a project, and then you just create a project. You have to sign it in your wallet. But this is all just like easy. You're just clicking okay.
Who's got the
And-
keys? Where are the
Who has the keys? I mean, you have the keys. And actually, like if you go to app.tor.us, you can connect to your Taurus wallet like by logging in with the same thing. So I chose Twitter.
really?
I actually probably have to share my entire screen. Hold on, let me just do that because I feel like you're gonna miss some things in the pop-ups. Ahmad, you could also stop recording maybe.